So what we see here in this verse, as we said in the previous verse, is about releasing oneself from the mind. And this technique of releasing oneself from one's own mind, which is necessary, as I said, mind is necessary to deal with the world, but not with yourself. Use the mind as like you use any other instrument. You want to nail something and you take the hammer and then take the nail and then go and hit it. And afterwards, what do you do with the hammer? Keep it in your hand all the time. Then nobody will come anywhere near you. You use that instrument or a particular equipment and then only for a particular purpose. Similarly, the mind is necessary as an equipment. When the mind starts occupying you, then you are in miserable condition. Use that equipment and then use it in the world as beautifully as you can. But with yourself, keep all of them down. I am with me. So, nirgune nischala nishta. Then take that. Sagune sarasarati. So, this ability to use the mind and leave it. That's like when you walk into this room, you put on the light. You need, because you need to sit here or do something. And once you leave switch it off. Do we have the ability to do the same thing with our mind? Switch it on when we need, switch it off when we don't need. Do we have? If it had been there, what a wonderful it will be. Is it not? When your wife is talking to you, just switch it off. What are you? Who are you? Oh, my wife. Okay, switch it on. Yes, what do you want? Oh, yeah, this is to be done. Yes, we'll do it. Switch it off. How wonderful it will be. Is it possible? All men would say, please, Swamiji, how is it possible? Tell me. Or women also will ask, dealing with this teenagers, I'm telling you, oh, my Swamiji, thank God you're not married. Horrible. They just take him and test your patience to the core. When they were young, they were very good, they listened to all that stupidity which I said. But now they know that I'm talking stupid. So, understand it's a relationship. It is just you are given an in charge. You are given a responsibility to take care. Don't take it too seriously. They have their own path. They have come here not because of you. Don't even worry about that. They have not come here because of you. Caused by you, but not because of you. So they have their own life. Give them guidance, give them values, give them direction. Finished. So this we understand only when we switch off. Otherwise we just caught 24 hours we are caught. And nobody wants to be on the back of anybody, right? If somebody is always nagging when also just behind you, you feel very uncomfortable. So here what we see is the ability to let go of the mind and be with yourself and get energized, get charged, get completely engrossed in that highest great joy of blissful being. Come back into the world. So that is why he says knowing Brahman is important. Krishna says, I am the abode of Brahman, Brahmano hi pradhishtaham, amrutasya avyayasya cha, shashvatasya dharmasya, sukasya ekantikasya cha. Yeah, that Brahman which is immortal, imperishable, everlasting truth, which is absolute bliss. When the science look at the world, it looks at objectively. When rishis look at the world, they look at subjectively. Only when you subjectively participate in something, you will start enjoying it. When you start objectively looking at it, you cannot enjoy that. Like if the Rasgulla is there in front of you, objectively look at it, then you can never enjoy it. It becomes Advaitam. Then you are completely happy about it, isn't it? If it is away from you, how will you experience it? So Brahman should not be looked at it as an object of intellectual understanding. It should become subject. So Brahmanaha pradhishtaham amrutasya shashvadasya. Amrutasya avyayasya. Anyway, come back here. So the Guru is one. He is only objective or purpose in our life is to show. That's called, it's a deshika. The word deshika means, disha means to direct, to show. Deshika means one who shows the guidance. To get a teacher who can thus show us the right path is indeed a great punya or merit. Anega janma archita punya prapta. Maya guruhu, my teacher is one who is gained by me due to so many lives of meritorious living I have had. Aneka janma arjita. Arjita means obtained, collected. Aneka janma arjita punya prapta. I gained my teacher, Maya Gururno Jagati Prasiddha. Naha Guruhu, our Guru is that who is very well known in the world. I got it because of my own meritorious things I have done in the past. Because in our life, situations do not come haphazardly. Please don't understand that way. There is no accidents in life. There is only incidents. When you don't understand, it becomes accident. Two cars, when they come and hit each other, don't they know what they are going there? But they forget, then they hit. That's accident. Accident is when you become aware, when you forget. So, in our life, the situations happen not because something suddenly that happens, because we are not aware of what we have done before. So when good things happen to you in your life, please understand that you have earned it because of consciously or unconsciously you did something good. Anega janmarjita punya praptaha maya guruhu yaha jagati prasiddha. Yasya prasadena mana prashantam. Yasya, whose prasadena, because of whose grace, Manaha prashantam, mind becomes quiet. Babu ametam shirasa namami. Because my mind has become quiet because of whose grace, therefore I salute him. When you go to a beautiful spot, a natural spot where the beauty of nature is there, etc., you go and sit there and it gives you great peace. Why? Because there is nobody to disturb you. Isn't it? You go to that, what do you call that? Caribbean, lie down on the sand, blub, 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 blub. Looking at the sky. Why you are happy? Because it's not because of that one which nobody to disturb you. Quiet. How long? First day when you go there, you are so excited. Blue sky and blue ocean and all those things. As you sit there, if you are not taking your phone, it's good. If you are taking your phone, then somebody will nag you there also. My business is not doing well. Moment you start thinking about what is not going right, the mind starts agitated. The place outside will give you peace so long as you are not with your mind. The moment you identify with your thoughts and feelings and emotions and disturbance, it starts again. Wherever you go. So he who has given me the technique of getting rid of that mind whenever I want, that is the prasad. That's a grace. When we do not know how to do it ourselves, we need an external stimuli for that. Is it not? Or smoking, or something else. Why? Because I don't know how to get rid of this mind. How to make it quiet, at least. So therefore he says, Yasya prasadena mana prashantam. Due to whose grace my mind has become quiet. Grace here means not because, oh, Swamiji blessed me, kept his hand on my head, therefore I became quiet. Our Guru will say, then thereafter I can have so much of oil in my hand because I've been touching everybody's head. It is not somebody touched you and therefore you're quiet. Because you followed what he said. That is the prasad. That is the guidance. Follow the path which is guided by the teacher, then you reach there. Not because he touched you or gave you a flower. How long your flower will remain? So, yasya prasadena, meaning yasya upadeshena, because of whose guidance and advice, Manah prashantam babuva me. My mind has become quiet. Tam shirasa namami. Tam gurum. To that teacher, my salutations. And understand, therefore, Guru is a blessings from the Lord coming to you to relieve you from one's own teacher. So in the next verse, we'll see more of it in the next session. Kritajnataya cha hriti sthita me vaktum na shakya kalu yatnatopi Guru prasida kripaya videhi Tvatpada bhaktim paramanuraktim. Ya kritajnata, that gratitude, me hridi sthita, which is there in my heart. Na shakya vaktum. It's not possible to word it, to verbalize it. Yatnatopi bahu. Kalu yatnata. Even if I try, it is so difficult to express that gratitude which I have for my teacher, which is there in my heart. It is very difficult to verbalize it. Now, it is, even when we learn something from somebody, some help we receive, we say thanks, 100 times. But it's only verbalization of what you feel, isn't it? Sometimes thanks we say for no reason also. That will become a habit. But when you really feel that somebody has helped you, somebody has made you better, somebody has really made your life a little better than what it is, your own teacher maybe, or your own parents, or somebody who has helped you in life, thanks. Nowadays card, not only even on a physical card, email card, thank you. Like you do for your wife also during the Valentine. Thank you. Or, New Year greetings. I'm thinking only about you. 100 people you send the same thing. So, here the thanks is, I feel. Ya hridisthita kritajnata me vaktum kalayatnatopi na shaktah vaktum na shakya vaktum. It is not possible for me to express. Because once you have that role of a guru in one's life, the whole thing changes. The whole scenario changes. The life goes through a 180-degree change. Anyway, next session we see that portion. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kasyat dukkhavat bhavet. Om shanti shanti shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.